everything we do. This included countless weekends of travel just to watch us run in a couple of circles. But it's this unwavering support that provided us the opportunity to grow and to experience joy. Because of you, we feel ready for marriage and know that most of our best days are actually ahead of us as we continue to build a life together. We'd also like to give a special shout out to our sisters. We each grew up with only one sibling, so you both played a vital role in being our confidant in everything we didn't want our parents to know about, and also being awesome role models to shape who we are today. Next, I'd like to thank Angela and La Meridian for being awesome hosts, so give it up for them. DJ Steve Manning, who's going to be shredding the discs all night and making sure everyone has a blast. And our photographer, Brian Panoff. For the last 8 years, he's captured many of our most significant moments on and off the track and filling up our Facebooks. And you'll continue to get the photo creds for our profile pics for a little while longer. Also, just a thank you to everybody that traveled from near and far. We're deeply grateful for your gifts and continued support throughout our lives. Special thanks to the bridal party. Our bridal party is pretty special because rather than being two separate friend groups, it's one big group that has been with us from day one, providing joy and support the whole way, so we're very grateful for that.
Yes.
Within that, I want to call out two people. First, Malik, who did a great job matching us together, and then an even better job marrying us today. And also to my best man, Billy. He and his parents have been my New England family for these past 8 years. And this has facilitated my transition from a chill, tan Cali bra to a Tom Brady worshiper who complains about the tea, hates everything about New York, literally runs on Dunkin', and far too many nights drinking Sam Summer and watching whatever New England sports team happened to be making a run in the playoffs again. Of everything I'm leaving behind in Boston, I'll probably miss Billy the most, but know that we'll continue to be close friends and dominate the local 5Ks. Lastly, I want to thank my new wife, Sarah. When I proposed on top of a waterfall, I left an easy out. Since the bond and experiences we shared over the previous 5 years were strong enough, she decided I was worth sticking around a little while longer for. As many know, I could be a bit understated at times, and Sarah knows how truly thrilled and proud I am when I say something is okay. Well, Sarah's more than just okay. She's fine. So really, you've been the best partner, and I'm excited to continue our journey together, no matter where in the world it takes us. So a toast to Sarah, to friends and family, and everyone that made this weekend come together. Cheers.
Cheering, Caitlin.
So I'd also like to call out two of my bridesmaids who've been there from the beginning. So Malik told you how he set us up, but you don't know why we were on campus. So Steph and Caroline and I had known each other for just one semester, but we couldn't imagine more than a month apart at Christmas break. So we came back to campus way earlier than the track team actually had to come back, basically just to be together. So it was really, really fun to be on campus with you guys, and then we happened to notice these handsome mid-D guys. So they've literally been there since the beginning. A lot of the photos on your table, that if they're like kind of grainy and zoomed in, they're the stalker photos they were taking before we were officially dating. You can thank them for having that confidence that we would want those pictures later, and obviously we printed them out today, so thank you guys so much for everything. I'm so excited to hear you. So when we met Sarah, freshman year of college, we were wowed not only by her athleticism, she runs a 4:40 mile, or her abs. We had to draw on fake abs with marker for a team skit night, but Sarah did not. But also so amazed by her dedication to every single thing that she did. Quickly, I found out that this was not just in running. This dedication carried over to her studies, relationships, and genuine intellectual curiosity. Lots of science podcasts and stacks of books. From the beginning, Sarah has been the most genuine and caring friend. We were, and continue to be, so lucky to have her. If you know Sarah, you know that she appreciates her sleep, with good reason. Throughout college, Steph and I were always begging her to come out with us at night to whatever party or dorm room or random event that was going on. We did not have our priorities as figured out as Sarah did. Freshman year, when Steph and I were chasing boys around Harvard Yard, Sarah was getting a good night's sleep, preparing to be the best student athlete that she could be. Yes, Sarah was much, much smarter than us. Anytime Sarah did come out with us, we were so excited. She did, and continues, to have us in the palm of her hand. It's no coincidence that those are my fondest memories. Sarah knew what mattered to her and prioritized what was important. She always showed up when we needed her.
So, her very first semester of college, and she might kill me for sharing this, but Sarah made a pact with herself to, not get distracted by boys.
Oh.
Commendable, right? To focus on school and athletics and all that other, important stuff. Just generally being the rock star that she is. But after this first semester, Sarah decided she was ready to date, get engaged. So we came back to campus on January 4th, 2014 for winter training. A week early, or a couple weeks earlier, very eager. And 3 days later, Sarah had her first date with Connor in the Quincy Dining Hall that you guys have heard a lot about. And I kid you not, 3 days was all it took for Sarah to find her soulmate. And if she wasn't so determined to stay focused, they probably would have started dating earlier. And so I put "stay focused" in quotes because the ironic thing is that Connor, like Sarah, had his priorities in mind from the start. So they really helped each other stay focused on what was most important to them from day one. In the first few months that Sarah and Connor started dating, Sarah broke her 4-year-old PR in the mile. She ran 4:40. I don't even know how that's humanly possible, but we'll go with it. She also found her love for psychology, which she has now chosen to make her life's work at the University of Minnesota. I like to think that the timing of these incredible milestones is not a coincidence. In addition to her unbelievable work ethic and drive, I believe that Connor brought and continues to bring out something special in her, and that stems from their deep love, trust, and everything that they share.
Sarah has an enviable combination of a relentless work ethic, seemingly effortless self-assurance, and an unrelenting care for others. There are more examples of this than I could possibly count. Traveling halfway across the world to Kenya alone to teach, spending a year recovering from intensive surgery and returning to race, throwing herself headfirst into demanding and important work with refugees at Boston Children's Hospital, and now moving across the country to pursue her dreams at the nation's top psychology program.
Yeah, can we just see? And through all of these epic successes, Connor. My script was Connor has been by Sarah's side, supporting her dreams, encouraging many long trips away, even though that meant that they would be apart. That is the kind of support that every person dreams about in their partner, and I had to give Connor a little bit of love because this next part goes out to my girl, so get ready. There is no one kinder, sweeter, or more radiant than Sarah. Look at her. Come on. Sarah is laughter, warmth, brilliance, and sincerity. I have a couple examples of the type of friend that Sarah is and has been to me. So the day I got into medical school, I arrived home to a bottle of champagne, a card, and some treats that Sarah had left on my doorstep. I had only told her a couple of hours earlier I'd gotten in. How did you pull that off? I'm pretty sure she was supposed to be at work, but I'm not gonna tell her boss. And just this spring, she traveled to Providence to cheer me on in the pouring rain when I ran my first marathon. And I'm not like these guys, like I'm not fast. So she waited for hours in the pouring rain just to watch me cross the finish. What kind of friend is that? Like, unreal. She is always there for me through all highs and all lows. And I don't know where I would be or who I would be without this incredible person in my life. I'm sure many of you tonight feel the same way. Love you, Sarah.
Both Sarah and Connor have and continue to go about their lives humbly, breaking records, traveling the world, while also having the ability to make their friends and loved ones feel like the most special person in the room. So when we look back on the first semester of college, we laugh at Sarah's determination not to date anybody. She was waiting for her soulmate and she found him. So here's to Sarah and Connor. We love you both so much.
Hi everyone. As we all know, Connor likes to make his words count, so I'll try to do the same and keep this brief. I just want to begin by thanking the Rex and the Gillespies for putting on such a wonderful event. Connor and Sarah, thank you for including all of us on your special day. Sarah, you look amazing. And Connor, you turned out all right as well. I was very relieved when the seven of us finally figured out how to pin a boutonniere on a blazer. And I know Malik's gotten a lot of praise, but I want to give him another shout out just because without his confidence and matchmaking skills 5.5 years ago, none of us would be in this room today. I first met Connor in August 2011. We both showed up to an early morning training run from the Harvard Lampoon on our first day in Cambridge. And after that 5-mile bridge loop, the two of us have put in over 5,000 miles together. I actually went back and read through my running log again, and our lifetime mileage count is 5,361 miles. You can go back through your log and try to verify that as soon as you right there. Those miles have taken us to 13 states and 3 countries. Some of them have been fast, often a lot faster than I'd like. Some of them have been slow, but most of them took place out on the Charles River with pretty much everyone scattered around this room. On those runs, Connor and I discussed career prospects, we recapped nights out, and of course we talked a lot about track. He was my counselor and my entertainer. He's always known what to say to pump me up, calm me down, or give me sincere and genuine advice. I, like many other people here, often tease Connor for being so quiet, but I can assure you that in the hundreds of hours we spent running stride for stride, he did in fact open up a little bit. His most frequent topic of discussion is what's going on in Sarah's life. He loves to talk about all of her accomplishments. When we were in college, he would bring up all of her training and racing progress despite overcoming brutal injuries. He talks about the wonderful work she's doing and the progress she and her colleagues are making. And most recently, he's posted about all of her applications, interviews, and acceptances with the top PhD programs in the country. When I think about the miles that I've shared with Connor, I realize that Sarah's been there for most of them. She's traveled to meets with us, or more realistically, I've traveled to meets with the two of them. She's competed alongside us and trained with us every step of the way since January of 2014. And she's been there for the highs and lows. We laughed at each other's jokes. She's listened to me whine and complain more than anyone should ever have to. And of course, she's also been there to talk about track and field with us as well. She's been my friend and my counselor in the same way that Connor has since the two of them started dating. I think about the 5,361 miles that Connor and I have shared, and I realize that number pales in comparison to the number that the two of them have shared. They've traveled across Europe, Africa, and North America, not to mention the 8-week globe-trotting honeymoon the two of them began later this year. Connor and I have put in 8 solid years of running, and I am excited to see, I'm excited about the miles we'll share in the future, whether they be here on the Charles, in Minneapolis, or wherever else our lives take us. But I'm also excited to hear about the miles the two of you share as you embark on this next phase of your life. I sincerely appreciate that the two of you have let me be the official third wheel of your for the entirety of your relationship right now. And I hope you know that a marriage license won't deter me from So Sarah, thank you for taking such good care of Connor. And Connor, really Malik, thank you for bringing Sarah into my life. see the two of you go, but I know you'll do incredibly well in Minneapolis, and I'm excited to see excited to see the new home that you create there. So, with that, I ask that we all raise a glass. Connor and Sarah, congratulations. And good luck.
Give it up for all those lovely people with their amazing words.